We're back. It's Wednesday. This was from a few weeks ago. It's not really looking like this in Montreal anymore. Good afternoon, folks. Good morning, good evening, all of the things. Let me know how you're doing. Let me know where you're watching from. As per usual, I'm playing to you from Montreal, and got a special guest popping in from St. John's, Newfoundland, in the not too distant future. Feel free to share the video if you want other people to see it. If you don't want to just keep it to yourself. I'm going to play a couple of songs before we bring Jake in. But you know, if you have any questions that are really burning for Jake, you can put them in the chat right now, and you know, I'll make a mental note or a physical note, one of the two. I'm going to start with an oldish song of mine that I just don't play very often. It is, I was thinking about it last week, and I kind of figured out, like, oh, that song's about being stuck. It's about going through things and not learning from them, and maybe realizing that you're not learning from them. Hello to Cole Harbour, hello to rainy Vancouver. Keep the destinations coming. Hi, Ariel. This is called Didn't Know. We didn't learn an awful lot, sleeping on the dust, now the ghost is given up. We even listen now, pulling all your punches, you say nothing anyhow. Tried hard but didn't know, tried hard but didn't know anything. Frozen at some point long gone, shattered by the thought that the worst of it's to come. Would we even listen now? Pulling all your punches, you say nothing anyhow. Thought hard but couldn't go, thought hard but couldn't go anywhere. Brightly as the hope you hold reaches through the cracks, through the breaches, through the mold. We surely need to move along, trying to remember there's no long until we've gone. Tried hard but didn't know, tried hard but didn't know anything. Fought hard but couldn't go, fought hard but couldn't go anywhere. I will listen now, I will listen now. I will listen now. Hello to Buffalo, hello to Norwich, hello to Fairfield, PEI, where a full 1/3 of the population of Fairfield is watching. Does that mean that Ruthie is not watching? Perhaps. Dark in Reed, but it was sunny. Weather reports from all over the place. Am I hyper? Maybe. Did I eat enough for my lunch? No. What does that mean? I don't know. It's nice to be here. Thank you for joining. Hello, Jake. Jake's in the chat. If you want to say hello to Jake in advance, you can. I'm playing a show tonight. A real show with a string quartet in Montreal. If you're in Montreal and you didn't realize, there's a ticket link in the description. Don't be late. And I'm going to play the next song at said show. It's a newer one, and it's about resilience. Different kinds of resilience. Is it resilience or resiliency? Never sure. But the first kind of resilience is oblivious resilience, where you just think you're invincible. The show, Ariel Charat, is at Théâtre La Chapelle. You gonna come? You can make it in time from PEI, I'm sure. The song is called Undestructed, which is not a word. I hope you enjoy it. It's for you.
Waves won't pull me down, waves won't knock me over. It's the price that appeals. Grey lines snap into, come through in the summer. It's the best time to heal. See it through, drained over and over in a mindless appeal. Rest on while you can, rest up 'cause you earned it. You could call it a deal. My thoughts are undisrupted, undisrupted. My head aches, undestructed, undestructed. My thoughts are undisrupted, undisrupted.
Undestructed, a new one for all of you. Hi to Jenny and Guelph, nice to see you. Hi to Phil in Norwich. Yeah, keep the hellos and location announcements coming, because I want to picture every single one in my brain. Again, if you're just tuning in now, if you want to share the stream, welcoming other people to it, don't just keep it to yourself, then you can. But I'm going to bring in my very special guest here, Mr. Jake Nicoll. Hello, Jake. How are you doing?
I'm good. How's it going?
Wonderful, wonderful. We were just chatting before we got started about our beautiful color coordination. Completely unintentional, but you know, the wonderful claret or burgundy for our North American viewers of Burnley, because you're a big Burnley fan. This is true, right?
This is very true. Yep. I know all about it. I've seen the stadium.
You've seen it all. It's true, because we were on tour last autumn with the Burning Hell. Some of you whom are watching right now, which is beautiful to see. And we played in Hebden Bridge, which is just up the road from where my parents live. And I was like, oh, we're gonna do a drive to my parents' house afterwards, and we'll stay there, and it'll be great, and I can give everyone a tour. But everyone was kind of like exhausted and fell asleep on the drive. I mean, first off, like, you're leaving Hebden Bridge, and it's basically like a 90-degree incline to get up the hill, and you're like, are you sure this is the right way?
Up these windy roads that are like so narrow, just like
Yeah, it was pretty crazy. And so I don't know if that was what the deal was, if you know, the stress of that just put everyone to sleep or whatever, but like, we're coming down the hill into Burnley, going past Turf Moor, the stadium of my beloved football club, and I'm like, everyone, it's the football club, and everybody but you was asleep in the back, and then we were just like trying to do like a tour of Burnley, like that's where my mum and dad got married, that's where my sister lives, that's where my grandma and granddad lived. Yeah, everybody was asleep. But you got to appreciate it.
I did, because I was driving and didn't want to kill everyone on those wily, windy moors.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's true. Yeah, you were not sleeping through it. Anyway, so yes, that was our little bit recent time we got to spend together, which was really lovely, because obviously we've hung out at different times. I don't know if we've ever played shows together, but been at each other's shows. But that was the first time having like an extended period of time together, which was a treat, a dang
Not
treat.
just in passing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was, I think, I imagine for all of us, it was our first time going back on the road, and it just felt like a very special tour, I suppose.
It was unlike any other tour I've ever been on.
Yeah, it was magic. It was magic.
Completely, Wild Wild West tour.
Yeah, but we made it. We made it through, and we both made it through without getting COVID, and then got home and got COVID, which is but are hopefully kind of through the worst of it.
I don't think I'm infectious anymore. Hopefully, maybe. But luckily, you can't get it right now from me on the internet.
No, through the YouTube. It's true. It's true. But yeah, I'm just gonna jump right into it, or ask you to jump right into it. Do you want to give us a song?
All right, why not?
I have many questions, but I have to like keep myself in check, you know. So it's Jake Nicoll, everybody.
All right, I'm going to remove my headphones. I think. Well, maybe I can. Maybe they'll stay on. All right, this is a song from the RPM I just put out at the end of February / the beginning of March. It's called Quiet. It's sort of it's a love song for music. That's what it is. Every once in a while you gotta write one of those songs. It's like, yeah, music is the best. So I wouldn't dream of staying quiet, even if I'm not taking the stage. There is no other place that I can find it. I've got my voice and it's here to stay. I think of my friends and all of the music we've made. Some have had kids, bought a house, and have moved far away. And will this happen to me? Well, who is to say? Not today. You could have a career, you could buy a cute house round the bay, but I'm really not too concerned, 'cause, well, I wouldn't dream of staying quiet, even if I'm not taking the stage. There is no other place that I can find it. I've got my voice and it's here to stay. Surrounded by punks trying to get their approval bestowed. Oh, secretly you played acoustic guitar on your own, singing Chris Christopherson tunes in your room all alone, in the zone. One day you'll grow up and all of your skill will be shown, and outlaw country will be hip then too, 'cause you wouldn't dream of staying quiet, even if it's all uncool today. There is is no other place that you can find it. You've got your voice and it's here to stay. Somebody asked me, where is your next release? Well, I guess laying low has been a bit of a relief. Had some knots to untangle, a heart holding on to some grief underneath. But I'm drowning in music and I think that I'm springing a leak. And I can easily honestly say that I wouldn't dream of staying quiet, even if I go right mad this way. There is no other place that I can find it. I've got my voice and it's here to stay. Ooh, sha-la-la-la. Ooh, sha-la-la-la. Ooh, sha-la-la-la. Ooh.
Yes. Love it. Love it, Jake. So nice. Bernadette is saying that you are new to her. That's all. It is something. It is a lovely thing, though. Like, I love being able to introduce friends and family and listeners of PBS to different musicians, and you are one of my faves. So I feel quite proud. Getting some applause from Florida.
Sweet.
Yes.
Yeah, it's this is only the second live stream that I've personally done.
Oh yeah, what was your first one?
My first one just so happened to also be with you. I guess a year ago? How long ago was that?
It was maybe a year and a half ago, because it was in the summer and you were outside. We were doing it on your phone and you could hear the birds, and like I shared the video earlier this week, but there's like an insect that like flies past the camera at some point, and like you can hear bird song and insects, and it was so nice. It was so lovely.
Yeah.
But this is
probably no insects will fly across the screen right now, which is probably good. There might be mice. A mouse could at any point
Are mice
crawl.
insects?
Yeah.
Big furry insects.
I don't know why a mouse would have any interest in my studio, but every once in a while, including last night, I was tinkering in here, and it's like hearing this scratching in the wall. It's like, there's a mouse in the wall in the studio. Why? Stay in the kitchen. Stay where you belong. There's lots of food up there.
Maybe your music is just too nice and they can't help themselves, and that's the problem.
I gotta stop writing songs that appeal to mice, I guess.
Too high frequency. Need to do some like Bill Callahan singing, and it'll be
okay. I'll add some filters.
We did get a request earlier in there from Wan Yu for someone has been here before. I don't know if that's a doable thing, or but to put that in there early.
Yeah, so I could try and fuddle my way through it.
I love it.
I didn't practice it, but
who
needs to practice, right? That's how it goes, right? And then that other verse. We'll see how far I get through.
Okay. Right before you do that though, you have a new album out, which there's a link to in the bio. So if people want to find your music, they can pop right in there. And I don't know if you wanted to say something about the last song, because that's the first track on that record, right? Just before we disappear off down
buy my stuff, man.
Buy Jake's stuff. But you did it.
It's actually free, but you can pay money for it if you want.
But you did it as part of like the RPM challenge, right? Which is like you take the month of February and you just record an album. And
yes.
You did it, and it's beautiful.
Yeah. So I was already going to be on my way to Pasadena, California, to visit my girlfriend, and yeah, I decided, why the heck not, you know, make an RPM. I brought this, I wish I could turn my camera, but I can't. Right over there is my little suitcase tape recorder. Actually, I have two of them because I'm kind of obsessed with them. Ooh. The preamps are really nice in them. They're fun studio tools, and they're just, I don't know. I'm honestly, I went to bed with the schematic of this machine next to my head for like a month, and even just the manual. I've reread the manual. It's like a physics lesson in the manual. They talk about like the like basic principles of magnetic recording just in the manual for the machine. They're talking about flux and bias and, you know, blah blah blah. It's great, you know.
Jake loves the machines.
They just don't write manuals like they used to. They don't. They assume you're stupid or something, or they assume you know everything and don't need to be educated. Right. It's one of those two extremes.
Ariel wants to know how the tape machines smell.
Oh yeah, the smell. Actually, this is very this is very important. Did I tell you about this already?
I don't think so.
This is just a coincidence.
Goinky dink.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah. Actually, so I had a dilemma because I have two of these machines, and they're almost the same, except one of them has this really nice like Samsonite orange, you know, 60s case. You know, it looks really good. It's yeah, it just very fashionable with some nice like shiny brass clips and things. It looks great. The other one, more of a just a typical sort of brown suitcase color. I don't know, but it smells amazing. Like really good. There's just like the tubes warm up and this smell starts to waft out of it. It's this musty smell of like old oil and machinery and like maybe like a grandpa's attic or something. I don't know. And the connotations I have with that particular machine's smell are just really positive for me. So I was like trying to choose like
looks or smell?
The one with the smell or the one that looks good.
Which sense is more important?
Yeah. I mean,
who won?
Oddly enough, there's other like technical issues with both of them that you know are probably more important. But yeah. Anyways, I actually went with the pretty one because I had to look good in the airport. No one can smell it.
Amazing.
Anyways,
back to the music. The beautiful smelling. Just imagine the smell of the tape machine while Jake plays.
Yes, imagine. I mean, it wasn't the pretty smelling one, but you can imagine that anyways. All right. Let's see how far I get through this. I'm gonna pull a Nev and just like stop and talk the entire time. Someone has been here before. This house has an open door and a light on in the porch. I can't call it mine anymore. Someone has sung this before. Every note, right or wrong. This is not my scale, it's not my song. And I'll be gone before long. every word is something borrowed. I'll make them mine until tomorrow, and then I'll give them away. Someone has lived here before. The trees and rocks claimed by a flag were never ours to take away, about which to boast or to brag. Because what is mine won't be mine anymore, but what is me will be. Someone has lived here before. Every cell up and down knew what to do before I came around. This is common ground. Someone is already here. Beneath my name, beneath my fear, I'll meet them when the coast is clear.
Beautiful.
I just realized I haven't played that one since I recorded it.
I mean, I was thinking about that. Like, if you take a month to record an album, that's a lot of stuff to get through, and just knowing how hard it can be to remember like one song at a time, it's very impressive. Good work. Nicely done.
Thank you.
That was for Wan Yu and Taipei. Good request, Wan Yu. That's a beaut.
I have a bad habit of like once I record something, just never playing it ever again.
It's one approach.
It's good. Thank you for the request.
Keeping it fresh.
Yeah.
Bit of housekeeping for the stream viewers. If you want to support the stream, you can. There is a donate link in the video description on Facebook and on YouTube, and you can support via Interac here in Canada or PayPal or credit card anywhere else in the world. And 50% of the donations every week go to the guest, which this week is the wonderful Jake Nicoll. That guy right there, playing these beautiful, beautiful songs, and go and buy his record. The link is there for that too. And thank you to everybody who's been donating so far today. Much, much appreciated. And for all the people for just watching and the new followers and everything. Hello, Veronique and Veronique. We've got a Veronique and a Veronique just joining today. Anyway, yapping away. I wanted to share a little photo. I don't know if you've got the stream up on your end there, Jake, because you won't see it through the Zoom call, but
I do. It's like a little bit delayed, but it is
a little
there.
bit behind. Well, hopefully in good time you will see the wonderful Jake Nicoll out. Do you remember the name of that castle? That was out in near Newcastle, like an hour or half an hour north of Newcastle, and it was just the craziest, windiest, rainiest day, and we just kind of like ran both to the castle and then back to the van, and tried not to get like blown into
through a golf course too.
Through a golf course, which was a little bit scary. I was convinced I was going to get hit by a stray ball.
Yeah.
But I mean, you can see from the scarf just how windy it was. But it was lovely. Just part of our adventures.
It would be a very odd time or bad weather to play golf, but maybe that's just the way they're used to it around there.
But I guess, I mean, golf was invented in Scotland, right? So presumably they're sort of used to some blustery days and wind and rain and stuff. And I mean, the ball is really heavy, so it's probably easier to play that than frisbee, badminton, you know.
Maybe it makes the game more fun. You can work with the wind. Or if you're really bad at it, you blame the wind.
Bamber Castle, says Matthias. Thank you.
Yes.
Rescued us. Were you going to say something?
Oh, no.
Nothing at all.
Nothing.
But yeah, because I really wanted to go to the place where the mead comes from.
The island?
Lindisfarne. I really want to go to Lindisfarne, but apparently it's Dunstanburgh and not Bamber. Take it back. But yeah, I really wanted to go to Lindisfarne, where the monks live and where they wrote the Bible, like one of those English language. I think it was an English language Bible back in the day. Anyway, a seat of higher learning in the Middle Ages. But it's a little island, and when the tide is in, you just can't get across. So we kind of we saw it at a distance, but the road was just covered in sea, so couldn't go. So we went to Dunstanburgh Castle instead, which was
something very mysterious about a road covered in sea.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like that's supposed to happen.
Just the road goes into
Isn't
the
that why
ocean.
they made bridges? But but it's much cooler, just a disappearing road. But also on that trip, I remember you. You've talked about your love of tape machine manuals, but you did occasionally pose us interesting science type questions, and I wondered that felt just a little bit more philosophical, what the hell is going on here. I wondered if you had any for the viewers today, any cool science questions.
I was trying to think of something interesting and clever, but nothing new exactly came about. I just latched on to the battery question again.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
But I don't know if the folks back home have heard that one in their respective homes.
This was the original one, the original question.
Yeah.
I think in the van. I think we had just finished sticking swabs up our nose and doing our test or whatever, I was wondering. So okay, a little bit of backstory. During the pandemic, I was living in or sleeping in this cabin at my dad's place in the country, and it was off grid. And before we installed the solar panels there, I was actually taking a 12-volt battery on a sled in the winter, charging it up in the barn, and then
Canada.
pulling it to the cabin and plugging it into the inverter, and and I started thinking about it. It's is the battery, when it's fully charged, does it weigh more than when it's empty? I'm not going to answer this question for you and spoil it.
Okay.
But
no, we can put it out there to the people. Is a battery
what do you think?
heavier or lighter or the same weight when it's charged? If anybody has any thoughts on that, think about it. Put it in the chat if you want to, or hold fire if you also want to. But no, I guess just put it in the chat. But yeah, we'll get back to that. We'll get back to that post your final song maybe. How about that for a
post song? All right, let's play a song.
Play a song.
All right, this one's for you, Tim.
Am I allowed to sing along?
Let's see,
if that's acceptable at the appropriate moment. Okay. Well, amazing.
Here we go.
I will mute myself on your end so you won't know.
I will have my headphones off anyway,
Okay.
so I
Easy.
can't hear nothing. All right, here it goes. It's a delicate balance above a throbbing sea. You can't control the tides. What will it be? And will it succeed? It's time to build my own arch, connecting there to here. Add to it year by year. joining of two, the joining of two homes, standing in the sun, makes my memory run. Standing in the sun, it's already begun. It's already begun. When setting down the last stone, the most important part, will it be falling down? What will it do? What will I do now? Standing in the sun makes my memory run. Standing in the sun, already begun. Standing in the sun makes my memory run. Standing in the sun, it's already begun. It's already begun. It's already begun.
So good. So good, so good, Jake. That is just no hyperbole, if that's how you say it. I never know it's hyperbole or hyperbole.
It's only one of those words
It's
that you
hyperbole,
read in
isn't
books
it?
anyways.
It's hyperbole, but there's hyperbola, so I feel like it can't be hyperbole. So I don't know. Or
I like hyperbole.
yeah, hyperbole
Sounds-
is like, you know, it's like the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Or Sydney Smith says sublime. Maybe sublime.
Oh,
Maybe he's saying sublime.
sublime. Sublimate.
Sublimate. We just sublimated the harmonies. But yes, that no hyperbole. I think that's the right one. That's just one of my favorite songs of all time, and it's so beautiful. And I remember exactly where I was the first time that I saw it. And I talked about this last time, but it's just like, I don't know if you have this experience, but there's only a handful of times in my life when I've been just like really kind of like captivated and been like, what is this song? This is amazing. You know, like songs have grown on me and whatever, and I don't know. Yeah, there was just a house show that you were playing at a place called the Rocket Science Room in Montreal, and there was some like sculpture on the wall that was like all these clocks that were kind of like, they were all ticking away, I think, if I remember properly. Anyway, it was you started playing that song and I was just like, whoa, and it felt like time froze, which was, I knew it didn't because I could see the clocks were ticking, but it felt like that, and I love listening to that track and I love playing that song, and it's such a beaut. Stone Arch from your last record, I guess, before Pool House.
Yeah.
But it's on oh, my camera's just disappeared, but these things happen. I will see if I can fix as I go. I mean, we can see you, so that's
Yeah.
more
here I am.
important.
I'll just be bigger.
Yeah, just bop. bop and be big. But yeah, such a magic show and such a magic song, and I'm so happy that you want to play this stream, and it's lovely to have a few friends popping in here as well. The Burning Hell folks.
Yay! I miss everyone.
Yeah.
I hope everyone's doing good.
Jenny Mitchell's watching in Guelph. Hi, Jenny. I hope the bus is going well. She has a golden school bus where people play shows. That's Canada, stuff like that. It's great. It's great.
It's true. I've seen the bus with my own eyes. It's a magical machine.
A magical school bus. But yeah, people go and find Jake's music. The link is in the video description on Facebook and YouTube. I'm going to post it on Twitch for the folks who are watching on Twitch there. And again, if you want to support the stream, you can donate by Interact, PayPal, or credit card at the support link that's in the video description. Batteries.
Oh yeah, batteries. Am I supposed to answer the question now? Okay,
I mean, if you know that answer.
There's two sort of like rationales here that I was thinking about this morning when I was repondering this question. I decided not to look up the answer again because I was like, let's try and use my brain. I was like, okay, so first of all, in an electric circuit, like you got your negative, you got your positive. The electricity always returns to the source, it's always coming back from whence it came, it's not like going to ground or going to some other place, it's going back to where it originated, which means the electrons are literally going in a circle back into the battery. So the sum total of charge in the whole system always adds up to zero, right? Which would imply maybe that the battery shouldn't weigh any different at all once it's empty, because all the electrons got back and the whole yada yada yada. But on the other hand, I think you pointed this out actually in the van. E equals mc squared, right? So energy is being expended by the system, which means that an energy has mass, which means that there is less energy in the overall system than when you started. The battery is, I guess, in a less energetic state, which means it should weigh less. So,
I didn't know that I had a contribution to this. I feel quite a lot smarter than I did right before.
I think you are like E equals mc squared at some point. I don't know. Maybe I'm making that up, but
yeah,
you did it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. I mean, Bernadette says, I'm thinking charged electrons may have slightly more mass than depleted ones just because they are moving around, which I guess is the same sort of idea. Maybe they're moving around. They have more energy. I don't know. If anybody has some like really strong thoughts on this and some qualifications, get in the chat and let us know. It's a nice philosophical moment, though. Either way.
Yeah, it's fun to ponder. I know the answer, or at least I think I know the answer, but I won't give it away because that's no fun.
Okay, well, there you go. What a note to leave it on. I'm going to keep playing and play some more songs, but we're going to say goodbye to Jake for now. But he's going to be back because I love him and his music. Yeah, thank you so much, Jake. Thanks for being with us.
I love you too, Tim, and thank you for having me. And maybe I'll see you...
Yeah, in the real world.
Soon enough, in the real world. Who knows?
Crossed. Okay, take care.
Bye.
It's Jake Nicoll, everybody. What a lovely man, and what a lovely song. Yes, my head hurts too. I'm going to play some music. I'm going to play a track called Folds. Get your requests in. I'm going to put the little jobby up so you can see it. There will be some wildlife cam action before you know it too. So, if that's what you're here for, don't worry, it's coming. But yeah, if you're on Twitch, you can go into the request widget thing below the video and see all the songs that I can play, and you can choose something if you want, including my own songs. But this is one of mine. It's called Folds, and it's about pushing too hard in the wrong direction. I have a longer version of it. Where is the crab-free physicist when you need him? Dad! Get in the chat. Answer the question. This is Folds. Just for you, all of you. My camera keeps dying. Okay, bear with me. I'm still here. Backup camera coming into play. Don't go anywhere. I'm coming. I'm coming. Nothing like buying a fancy camera and then it just causes you all kinds of problems. Let's try this. Okay, back for the moment. You climb up this fleshy frame, hands and feet are fixed, stretching up above me. This man-made shoulder wide ladders, broken sides. The wind rose, I lost my step, cushioning my back, the sands that came to greet me. The fallen, ranked and filed, away with all the wherewithal. And when you touch the sun, remember what it's for. The heat, pulling sweat from your pores. See it in their eyes and shoulders, or cushioning your lives and folders. Cause even if you pushed it forward, we've got it wrong. Be still winds, a shineless night, weightless in the falls of wings and silent feathers. But still we'll push over land, as breathless as the day we came. And when you touch the sun, remember what it's for. The heat, pulling sweat from your pores. See it in their eyes and shoulders, cushioning your lives and folders. Cause even if you pushed it forward, we've got it wrong. That was folds. Okay, so maybe some little bit of the Badger Cam. This is a bit of footage from a while ago, and as per usual, when it's not repeat animals, I do want to see a guess as to what animal has been crawling around in Mum's garden. So let's find out. Let's find out what it is this week. I want English and French and any other languages if you know the name of this beastie. So it's scurrying up in the top left there. Maybe I'll turn the little requesty bits. Oh, and gone. I'll give you a repeat of that. One more. It's a fairly long creature. Any guesses out there? Anyone? Any languages? I think Mum's watching, so she can tell you if there's no guesses. Seriously? Nobody has an opinion? Marmot. Stoat. It's a stoat. Ferret's a good guess. Bernadette there with it as well. Thank you, guys. It's all for you. Still waiting for news of the Badger Cubs, if there are any in that little set. So, you know, fingers crossed. But yeah, the weasel and ferrets, that's some good guesses. I don't even really know what a marmot is. What is a marmot? Is it like a stoat? I'm going to play a little cover here of an artist by the name of The Weather Station. And yeah, I'll put that little request thing back up again. So, guys, you're on Twitch. If you want to have a look through the list in the About section, you can see if there's anything you want to hear. But there's an artist named The Weather Station who's on tour in the UK at the moment, I think. So for the UK viewers, they can all go see her play. She's amazing. This song is called What Am I Gonna Do With Everything I Know, and I covered it on my 2017 EP, All We Know. Ermine. What? That's a good word. So yeah, said song.
There's always more of it, and a tender touch cleared all of it. You said nothing, I said nothing, we did nothing at all. Like a maple key, graceful in mid-fall. What am I gonna do with everything I know? What am I gonna do with everything I know? You said it out in letters, the work of my fingers, but now I can't remember what I touched. You throw out all the water for the want of a cup, as though it didn't matter if it could be drunk. But what am I gonna do with everything I know? What are you gonna do with everything you know? I was staring at you, it felt like staring out the window. It all becomes true if we say so.
The Weather Station with What Am I Going to Do With Everything I Know. I don't know if she's coming to Norwich, Phil. Might be worth having a look. Mustela erminia is scientific name. I like that. Yeah, and it's a beaut. And just, I don't know, just such a profound question in my mind. What am I going to do with everything I know? I don't know. Joseph requested the Elliott Smith song that is not the Angeles one. I'll do that one for you next week, but I'll do the Angeles one for you this week because I need to work on that other one. I can't just pull it out right now. I need to run it. But yeah, keep those requests coming in. And yeah, and if there's something that you want to hear and it's not on the list or you can't even see the list, just put it in the chat. I've learned quite a few things over the years. Now we're getting into 2 years. It's gonna be the 2-year anniversary in May, I think, of doing these things. But I love learning new things, so get them in there. And yeah, and request guests as well. Jake was a request. I got him on a couple of years ago, but when you in Taipei requested that we get Jake back, so I did. And in a couple of weeks, and actually the guest from next week is Ali, who's an amazing artist from Berlin. He's not been particularly active the last little while, but kind of electro folk, occasional hip hop artist. So I'm interested to see what he's gonna do for his set. But again, wrote one of my favorite ever songs called Body Poetry. So happy to have him. But somebody requested him early on, and I got to see him when I was in Berlin and convinced him to pop up. So he's going to be on next week. And then there's another requested guest the week after, but I'll announce that next week. So this is Angeles, which is a Elliott Smith song, which is a very intricate fiddly guitar part. I do have your guest request. This is true, Phil. Yeah, keep the requests coming. Keep the questions, notes coming. If you want any more features, if wildlife cams isn't cutting it quite enough, you need something else, let me know. This is Angeles by Elliott Smith. For me, bruv. Someone's always coming around here, trailing some new kill. Says I've seen your picture on $100 bill. Now what's the game on? A chance to use him as one of real skill. So glad to meet you, Angela. Picking up the ticket shows there's money to be made. Go on, lose the gamble, that's the history of the trade. Now did you add up all the cards left to play? To zero, sign up with evil Angela. Don't start me trying now. No, 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 no. 'Cause I'm all over it, Angela. I could make you satisfied in everything you do. All your secret wishes could right now be coming true. Be forever with my poisoned arms around you. No one's gonna fool around with us. No one's gonna fool around with us. So glad to meet you, Angela. Los Angeles by Elliott Smith. Thank you so much for being here. I'm going to play one more before I take off because I'm playing a show. I've got to like go and eat something and then go and sound check. And I mean, it's totally acoustic, so the sound check is maybe less crucial than sometimes, but I've got to find out what the space sounds like and get used to it. But playing at Théâtre La Chapelle in Montreal tonight, 7 p.m. on the dot, we're going to start. The Warhol Dervish String Quartet is playing one of Beethoven's final string quartets, number 127. That's a lot of string quartets. And then I'm going to do a set and they're going to join me for a few of the pieces. The ticket link is in the video description if anybody's in Montreal watching and wants to come. Yes. Taxidermid stoats. Interesting. I've never been to Whitehorse. One of these days I'm going to make it up there. Yeah, any final requests before I just choose my own song to play? Because I have something in mind, but it's not too late if there's something that somebody wants to hear. But it's been a pleasure, and it's been lovely having Jake. Do check out his music on Spotify or Bandcamp or wherever you do your music listening. Okay, you missed your chance. I'm going to finish up with Tendrils here. This is an old track from my first record that just turned 10 about things just below the surface. It's called Tendrils. Can't wait, Marianne.
Old rages blocking all the holes, hide inside walls, decided to go. Calm silence, don't pick apart its source. Make it up, but just put it aside. Don't find us waking upside down. Find your sense and hold it. You'd watch it unfold. Phrase tendrils creeping for a hold. The steely grey glow of your eyes. But by night I'm silenced and still. Can you make yourself feel unkind? You cry out when you see we all have come freely alone. No brightness, been misinterpret words. Deflect us from the sight of you, drenched and afraid. Fight in the sourness that pulls around the brain. It's an offering, an offering, an offering again. Sealed inside each verse, up above my words. You've a sense, I'm sure, that's as true as any for the times I tried, but didn't make the connections, and I'm left to feel. If I was you, I'd lie. 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 Oh, judgment, picking apart your eyes, fooled by the scope and pulled his rope. Oh, judgment picks apart your eyes. We barely are truthful to us.
That's Tendrils. Tendrils for all of yous. So that was my last song for today. For folks watching in Europe and places with not the North American time change, the show next week is going to be an hour later for you. So if you're in the UK, it's going to happen at 8. And if you're in Central Europe, it's going to happen at 9, etc., etc. for other time zones, which I don't know off the top of my head North American people, it's going to be the same time. 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 4 p.m. Halifax, 4:30 Newfoundland. Jake is in a place with a half-hour time zone difference. Thanks again so much to Jake. And thanks so much for all the donations. It makes a big difference. For those of you particularly who kind of donate every week and are regular tuners, inners, I'm going to make the suggestion. I'm going to show this. I tried to do this last week and my tech failed. But here's a live stream from a few weeks ago with Mr. David Moore of Bing and Ruth. And so if you scroll down on the donate section, there's this option here of the Bandcamp subscription where it's a monthly $5 subscription and it gives you access to all of the past recorded materials, and there's exclusive tracks up there every month, some of which I've played on the streams. So there's a ton of stuff up there, like dozens and dozens of tracks. So it's worth considering if you're a regular donator. You can get even more in return. But thank you just so much for being here. Thank you, Stephen. Thank you, Jacqueline. Thank you, Phil. Thanks, Mum. Thanks, Ariel. Thanks, Jenny. Thanks, Marianne. Yeah, I'm not going to say thank you to everybody, but you get the idea. It means a lot that you're here, and it's always such a treat. And we'll see you next week with Ali. Bye-bye.